There are many lessons that we learn from the Bhagavad Gita. One important lesson that we learn from chapter 3 is that if you have a mentor, don't ever hesitate to ask him any question. So likewise, if there is a senior or your boss, you should develop an ability to clarify, because if you have doubt in the mind about his instructions, then you will not be able to perform properly, and ultimately it will come back on you. Lord Krishna explains to Arjun that devotion to the duty should come first. Now, if you are fully devoted to your duty, then you will not have any hesitation to understand. You will not have any hesitation to ask in case of a gray area, so that you can perform better. Now, you can perform to your best ability only if you understand the instructions very well. It's also necessary to contribute to the society. In Shlok 12, Lord Krishna says, you should carry out the yajna for the progress of devtas, and they in turn grant you prosperity. But a person who enjoys the pleasure of life without being grateful is just like a thief. Further, noble people who feed themselves with the prasad of yajna transcend and get freedom from all their sins. But those who selfishly cook only for themselves are, in fact, just committing a sin. The Lord further explains the cycle of yajna and makes Arjun understand what is yajna and how you should go about doing it. All living beings are born out of rains. Rains are the reasons for the growth of grains. Yajna brings about rains, and yajna is performed by the human beings as a part of their duty. The Vedas are responsible for all the efforts towards the duty, and the Almighty alone. Almighty has created the Vedas, the scriptures, and amply established that omnipotent, Almighty is present amongst yajnas. Next, Lord Krishna talks about leadership. He said, the great and enlightened ones, like Janak, achieved realization only through performance of their duties. Therefore, keeping in view the deeds of the great men, you are worthy of your duty, or you should always perform your duty to the best of your ability. The deeds of great people are copied by other people. Examples are set by leaders, and most people carry out actions according to the examples before them. Krishna further says that the leader should never misguide his followers, or an enlightened person should not give out any misleading statements. Bharat, just as caught in attachment and an ignorant person carries out with his work, the knowledgeable person should also carry out his duty without attachment in the interest of humanity. The enlightened person who has realized God should avoid breeding suspicion among the ignorant ones and should not encourage the lack of love for their duty. Rather, following his own duty as prescribed by Shastra, the sacred books, the wise men should encourage others also to perform their duty as well. In Shlok 33, Lord Krishna says all human beings are created by nature. Their actions are influenced by the attributes they are born with. Therefore, nurturing one's ego is utterly futile. We find that whenever we allow ego to come in between, we suffer. Ego does not lead us anywhere. It spoils our relations with others. So, ego should be eradicated altogether. In Shlok 36, Arjun asks a question, very interesting question, and very relevant ones. Krishna, then why is one without wanting to commit sin seen afflicted by some force, some outside force or some force, and indulged in sinful acts? To this, Lord Krishna replies, desire born out of Rajogun is the root cause of anger. What is Rajogun? Your insatiable desire to have possessions. Desire is insatiable and is never satisfied with the indulgence in worldly pleasures. In this respect, you must consider desire as your greatest enemy. Just as smoke engulfs the fire and dust covers mirror or fetus is covered with membrane, in the same way, wisdom is covered with desire. Arjun, just like fire never satisfied with its growth, desire too is insatiable and has a propensity to grow. A man's wisdom is overpowered by his enemy, which is desire. Senses, mind, and one's intelligence. These are the abodes of desire. Mind, through the means of mind and the intelligence, overpowered the basic wisdom of man. This is what desire does. Therefore, Arjun, keeping full control over your senses with all your might, you must destroy this desire that kills away man's wisdom and ability to think clearly. Senses are considered to be more powerful than body. The mind is considered more powerful than the senses. And wisdom is certainly stronger than the mind. And all that is far stronger than wisdom is Atma, the soul. In this manner, understanding fully the power of Atma, the soul, which is stronger than wisdom also, and by controlling your mind with your wisdom, you must kill your abominable enemy, desire. In life, we find that sometimes desire only creates a big problem. And how does it emerge? We see some people around us with some possessions, and we also like to have them. And then, if we keep on comparing ourselves with others, the desire keeps on growing until it takes a root, until it compels us to do certain things which we ought not to do. And we lead ourselves to unpleasant, unhappy situations which should be avoided. So the desire should be eradicated. But at the same time, we must understand that desire is not ambition. Ambition is okay. Ambition, if when schooled and when followed with certain plan of action, with your devotion to those actions, to devotion to the plan, will lead you definitely to the destination, to your goal. But at the same time, if you remain attached to the results of your actions, you will be misled. So therefore, after planning out everything, you focus only in your duty. Focus totally in your work. Devotion to duty is the best way to salvation, is the best way to reach your goals.